Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you today. The Unrivaled Basketball League. We are officially 2 months away from opening tip-off January 17th, 2025, and there are still a bevy of questions circulating around the Unrivaled 3v3 Basketball League. The biggest question that people still want an answer to is this something that Caitlin Clark is going to be taken part of? Is this something where they can offer Caitlin Clark such an absorbent amount of money, such an absorbent piece of the unrivaled pie, that this is something that Caitlin Clark is going to take time out of her day, out of her schedule to participate in? Will she be player number 36? Second biggest question, who are the next 4 players? A league started off with 30 players, got extended to 36 players. Who's player 33, 34, 35, 36? That has still yet to be announced. And lastly, a question still hanging out. How are these teams going to get picked? Is it going to be a fantasy draft? Is it going to be like the NBA draft, like the WNBA draft? What's the order going to be like? Is it going to be a fixed order? Is it going to be a serpentine order? What are the details around that? And people want to know, when can I get my tickets? Right? The old 46,000 want to know, when can I get my tickets? Where can I get my tickets? You guys are telling me you're breaking all these different financial requirements, breaking down all these different financial barriers, yet there has been no pre-sale. So where exactly are you getting all of this extra money from? People are speculating. Caitlin Clark said no, and the league had a lot more money to suddenly blow. Without further ado, the Unrivaled League gave us a little bit of insight, a little bit of an idea on how these teams are going to get picked. Very interesting, creative indeed. Am I okay with it? Not too sure. But let's take a listen and see what the Unrivaled Basketball League has planned for the 3v3 draft.
One of the biggest things Unrivaled fans want to know is what team their favorite player is going to be on. So here's how we're going to select the rosters for our 6 basketball clubs. Players will be divided into 6 pods. Pod A, B, C, D, E, and F. From there, our 6 head coaches will work together and begin assigning one player from each pod to one of the 6 clubs. As they work through each pod, they will be looking to create the most equal and competitively balanced rosters possible, while also looking for exciting player combinations that you, the fans, want to see play together. The key here is each coach won't know which team is theirs until after all the clubs are set, so they have to make sure the players are distributed evenly. By the end of it, we'll see the reveal of the 6 basketball clubs and their head coach. Which players do you want to see playing together on Unrivaled? And just remember, nothing's off limits.
Which players would you like to see play together in Unrivaled? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What currently committed WNBA players that are in the Unrivaled League, what teams do you guys want to see? Who are some players? What are some combinations you want to see team up in the Unrivaled Basketball League? Let's get into the selection process. Seems like we can completely do away with the pods idea. If we're trying to pick teams so they're all even at the end of the day, what's the point of assigning each player to a specific pod? Just seems like a constraint that you don't need on the selection process. Just seems like an added detail that we don't need to the selection process. Just seems like something to throw in there that's useless on the selection process. Just give us the pool of players. We have the 6 teams. We know the coaches. The coaches aren't going to know the team until after each team is selected. That already will even the playing field. Let's just go team by team, player by player, start assigning each player to their respective team and make sure all these teams are even. So why exactly do we have pods? Again, let's not try to reinvent the wheel here, Unrivaled. I understand we want to do something different, we want to do something new. No need to reinvent the wheel here. The thing that is new and different that I am a fan of is that the coaches aren't going to know what team that they're a coach of until the draft is over, until the selection process is over. That I thought was a pretty cool added detail. That I thought, for the most part, should make the playing field extremely level. There's not going to be one team with Collier, Stewart, and Kelsey Plum on it, with another team full of Stephanie Dolson, Courtney Williams, and Dejanay Carrington, right? That team, nobody's watching that team, right? Nobody is watching that team. But this gets a little bit further. The first team some of these teams need to be loaded up in a way that they're going to be able to sell tickets. We can't maneuver out of that situation. These teams are going to need to be constructed in a certain way to where this league will be able to sell tickets and this league will be able to draw a crowd viewership wise. I've spoken about there's not enough talent to have stars on every team that people want to see. Unrivaled, I know it's not going to be pretty, but you might want to fix a little bit of this draft so that some of these teams are a little bit more stacked than others. Right? You might want to fix it so we have Arike Ongumbawale, Nafisa Collier, and maybe Satu Sabali all on the same team. Right? You might want to fix it so we have Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston, and Brianna Stewart all on the same team. You might want to fix it so we have Angel Reese, Rakia Jackson, all on the same team. You might want to fix it this way. You need to have teams that are going to be somewhat attractive. I've confessed. If Angel Reese is playing, I will at least tune in to see what's going on. Am I going to have this alarm clock going off on my phone, on my iPad, on my MacBook? Hey, it's 7:30 on Friday. Angel Reese is playing. No. But when I see the chatter on Twitter, when I see the chatter on the news, when I see the chatter anywhere, and it's to my attention, Angel Reese is playing, I'll check in, see how that game's going to go. Right? I might tap in just to see how all the other games are going, if it's something that even interests me or not. But is this must-see appointment viewing television? Absolutely not. That's why they need to make these teams lopsided to a certain degree, right? We can't have Tiffany Hayes, Shakira Austin, and Courtney Vandersloot all on the same team. Nobody's going to watch that. Seriously. We can't have Brittany Griner, Azura Williams, I believe her name is, and Kayla McBride all on the same team. Nobody's going to watch that. It just is what it is. That is the fact of the matter. So I like the anonymity of picking and choosing teams. I dislike how we have pause in here, as to my opinion seems very unnecessary and not needed at all. Also, is this going to be live streamed? What's the atmosphere are we going to get backstage passes, right? Are we going to see behind the scenes of the coaches talking? This is why this player should be on this team. This is why this player should be on that team. Oh, but if we have Nafisa Collier on this team, then we need to put Brianna Stewart over here. If we have Brittany Griner over here, then we need to put Natasha Cloud over here. If we have Aaliyah Boston over here, then we need to make sure Lexi Hull is on the team because we need that whole entire Indiana Fever audience. I at least want to see some behind the scenes. Give me something worth of substance when it comes to the Unrivaled fantasy draft, selection process, whatever you want to call it. I need to see some type of process, some type of content, something that's going to make me pay attention and be like, that's an interesting quirk that they have in there. Let me check it out. Right? In case you guys are curious on how we're going to get tickets, of course, the Unrivaled Basketball League used one of the most familiar faces in their league, Kate Martin, to pitch selling tickets. Subscribe to here, subscribe to there. Let's hear what Kate Martin has to say.
You're going to find out who's playing on which club November 20th, so make sure you mark it down. And on that same day, pre-sale tickets to Unrivaled games are going live. If you're not already a subscriber to our newsletter, you should be, because that's how you get access to the pre-sale. You can hit that subscribe button through the link in our bio. And for the rest of you, tickets go on sale November 21st. Thanks everyone for all the support. You know what to do when the tickets go live.
Dude, who's holding Kate Martin hostage to record this? Who's behind the camera with a sword saying, hey, you better say this or else I'm going to swing. Whose idea was this? You gave her a script? You didn't just say, hey, here are some bullet points. Can you please read something off? Come on, that's Kate Martin over there. That's the person on the Las Vegas Aces who sells the most jersey, sees the least amount of playing time, sells the most amount of jerseys. Remember, Kate Martin got playing time at the beginning of the season. Once news broke that she's outselling Asia Wilson, Becky Hammon said, hey, you need to sit the bench because I can't have anybody overshadow Asia Wilson. Remember that? That's who that is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you tuning in to the Unrivaled Basketball League? And again, give me your dream team. That's what I want to know. What's your dream team scenario? Right? You got 6 players on 6 teams. Give me your dream team scenario for the Unrivaled 3v3 Basketball League. I appreciate all the support. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. As always, take it easy.